Hello and welcome to my meditation. If you're doing this in real time, Happy New Year. This is a meditation about new beginnings, and my name is Debra Baker, and I am just delighted that you have joined me. I'm inside today. It is too darn cold to go outside. It's single digits here in Kansas. And we have snow on the ground, and when I'm finished I'll take some pictures to share with you of the snow. So let's begin with our 3 deep breaths. The first one, letting go of 2021 if you haven't fully released it yet. And the next one, just creating space. And the last one, letting go of everything that, all of your own expectations of yourself, all of your own judgments and criticisms of yourself, letting go of all of that. And pulling your shoulders up and settling them down and letting go. We know that we are infinite spiritual beings having a human experience. And human experiences are defined by time and space. So time is important to us humans. That's why we celebrate things like New Year's. So we begin a new year, a new journey of the sun, or of the earth traveling around the sun. And I think it's good to mark time to an extent, not excessively. I know of people who, it was a terrible year, it was a terrible decade, and I prefer to look at things in the moment. So maybe last moment wasn't a great one, but this moment has lots of potential. 2021 was a good year for me. I gained 3 new granddaughters, and I have a future daughter-in-law. My son got engaged, so some very momentous occasions in 2021. For which I am very, very grateful, and I look forward to 2022 bringing more adventure, and I hope that you do too. Let's relax our bodies all at once. Just take a nice deep breath. Imagine filling your body all the way up from your crown all the way to your toes. I have a dog. Do you think you need help with this meditation? Apparently it's become her thing. So anyway, we're filling our body up, we're just like filling it up with energy, not necessarily with breath. You don't have to hold your breath this whole time, but imagine this energy coming in. You're tickling it. And grabbing onto anything, grabbing onto anything that no longer serves you. And now take a deep breath and let it go. No more self-criticism, no more putting yourself down or putting yourself last, or allowing other people to disparage you in any way. No more of that. What we are doing with this blank slate we call 2022 is allowing our infinite souls to create a wonderful life for us. And how we do that is we let go of a lot of the foibles and quirks and traumas and energies in our personalities that are holding us to recreating what we've always had. Probably you've heard this before, but I've heard and talked about recently the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So let's do something different in 2022. I heard it said one year, let's make new mistakes. Let's make different mistakes. Let's stop doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. Imagine your body just sinking in, your feet and legs getting heavy, your arms and hands getting heavy, your shoulders sinking down, especially your neck. Roll your head around a little bit, and let's complete this process of allowing our bodies to relax. So I invite you to imagine that in the next couple of moments, you are going to receive your word for 2022. I don't know if you've heard of a white stone ceremony, but that's pretty much what we're doing without the official white stone. So I seriously invite you, when you're finished, to write down your word. I always tell myself, oh, I'll remember, and then something else comes into my mind and nudges that word out, and I don't quite remember what it was. So when you're finished, write your word down and just put it on a piece of paper and stick it on your refrigerator. So what is your infinite self seeking to create through you, as you, in the next 12 months? Is it peace, joy, serenity, abundance, prosperity? I like to use this technique. Imagine if you were of my generation, we had these things called magic slates, which were just I don't know, anyway, you would lift it up and then it would magically erase, and then you'd write on it again and you'd lift it up and it magically erased. So let's imagine you lift that top sheet up and you erased it. This time now, this thought, your mind isn't as a blank slate, and your infinite soul is writing a word on that slate. So read it, maybe one letter at a time. And I suggest it could be something like adventure, or daring, or writing, or peace. So I'll tell you what my word is. Came to me over the weekend, and that word is partly by choice and partly through my infinite soul, and that word is fun. And I admire and honestly envy people who are invested in fun. I dated a man years ago who was really invested in having fun and pleasure and enjoying life. And I thought to myself at the time, I'm dating this man because I need more of this in my life. I think most of us are very serious taskmasters. The guides are telling me to imagine that you are sitting at a table. Let's make it a round table. And at that table are the most influential guides that you have. And you can even picture people that are alive in your life, human beings at this table if you'd like, whomever you'd like to have at your table. And they are all 100% supporting you. They are there for you. They are your team. They're your people. And so bring your word out. So this is my word. Any ideas? See what your guides have to say about that. Sometimes the word's kind of cryptic, and that's really kind of fun, because then you spend the whole year watching for that word and seeing how it reveals itself. One of my daughters got the word apple, and she became a teacher that year. And the apple for the teacher cliche. So look at your posse. Feel their unconditional love and support. Often when I see people's spirit guides and guardian angels, there's a grandmother or grandfatherly figure. And when you think about grandparents, often they are the example of unconditional love. So if you have a spirit guide at your table who looks like a grandparent, know that all they want for you is for you to be happy and content, for you to have the experiences you came here to have. This is not a time to write a goal list, and this is not a time to make an action plan. This is a time to allow ideas to bubble up, to tune into your infinite self. You are one with the one presence and the one power, whom I call God, but people have lots of names for that. You're one with that. That is expressing through you. That is your truest essence. And it has some plans, some ideas, not only for your entire human experience this time, but for this year and this month and this week and this day. So if you've got a word like serenity, I invite you to just allow that word to reveal itself to you. Or peace, or dog. Yeah, I know. Yeah, dogs are all about unconditional love, aren't you? Yeah. Or cats. Or whatever pet you might have. Yes, you have to get in every video, don't you? I'll put your picture in at the end, okay? Will that be all right? Notice that your brainstorming session with your spirit guides continues. Feel the unconditional love and support. I suspect that you are not getting ideas that say you need to do more. It's probably do different things. The guides are reminding me, my dad became extremely bogged down in his mail. junk mail. He felt like he had to consider each piece and file it and make a decision about whether to send a donation to this charity that was requesting it. And I think toward the end of his life he realized that there were things that his heart wanted to do, that he got bogged down in his shoulds and didn't allow himself to enjoy all of the gifts. So let's think about the gifts that you have. Maybe you have a spouse, maybe you don't. Maybe you just have a significant other, or maybe you don't. It may be that aloneness is really precious if you don't. Maybe you have children that you love and cherish at whatever stage in life they are. Maybe you have grandchildren. Certainly you have people who love you. As we move through our lives, I think we realize that what is really important for most of us is our relationships. And I guarantee you, there are people who would love to spend time with you. I'm probably one of them. Let's give ourselves permission to make new mistakes this year, to try new things, to stick with what's working. You don't have to erase everything and reboot your hard drive. Keep what works. When we let go of feeling like we have to create wonderful lives, like we have to do it all, we have to make it happen, when we let go of that, we become vessels to allow even more wonderful things to happen in, through, and as us. In other words, sometimes we get in our own ways, or we get in the way of our souls. You are a beautiful soul expressing right here, right now, as you, a unique individual on this planet. If nothing else, I suggest that you appreciate yourself. And maybe your word is appreciation or gratitude. That you appreciate the gift that you are. I appreciate the gift that you are to me and to those around you. Know that you are much more loved and appreciated than you could ever imagine, in large and small ways. Let's take a nice deep breath. And know that we can trust the infinite presence to be there for us, through us, as us, always. So let's let go of all of the shoulds and embrace the maybes, the coulds, the possibilities. Thank you for joining me today. I send my deepest gratitude to you for starting this year together, and I know we're going to have a wonderful, wonderful year together. 51 more meditations, 51 more times when we get to be together. You are whole and perfect exactly as you are. The infinite presence in me honors and loves and respects and appreciates the infinite presence in you. I see you, and you're beautiful. Namaste.